like during the periods that we watched today, the energy was a little bit more intense today. Did that seem like the case to you, and were you happy with that?
Well, you know, it should be. We hadn't practiced since Friday. We were off for Easter weekend, so that's, what is that, almost five days. And I told them after practice, I thought the energy was really good at practice. I thought guys were motivated and gave good effort. It wasn't just making a lot of noise. It was a lot of good effort in practice. We talked about straining today in our special team meeting. We talked about straining in offense and defensively and letting it go, and I thought the guys did that. And then now we got to start putting it together. My message after practice, I'm hearing too many coaches every single play having to make the calls for them or remind them what they got. We got to start communicating as a group, offensively and defensively. Because we got to eventually play ball, and sometimes you got to let your players fix it on their own. And I'm the worst of it sometimes, out there calling out what the quarterback should do and trying to get him to speed up. But you're never allowing a guy to lead or take ownership of his unit if you don't let him go do it. And I got to do that. We got to do that up front with offensive line. We got to do that on defense with our coaches. We got to let our linebackers and our secondary. We got to let them make the call. But we're getting there, and then we got to start backing off in the 11-on-11 situations and letting the guys go play ball and fix things themselves and take charge. You can't ask the guy to be a leader if coach is always out there doing everything for him.
Is that development something that you kind of expect to see from the scrimmage on Sunday?
I hope so. That was what I told them after practice. I said we got to practice on Friday. We'll be in shells and work some passing situations, some third down, another 1 minute, some red zone, and then we're going to go play on Sunday, the best you can in a scrimmage situation. And we want to see guys take it to the field. The coaches will be on the sideline, and guys be able to execute the call, line up, play their assignment, and go make the tackle or execute offensively.
You had a lot of players that come into the spring camp with opportunity, guys that might not have played a whole lot that you really wanted to see take that next step. Now, you haven't scrimmaged yet, but have you seen that from anybody that stood out?
Offensively, one I would say has been Darius Wise. I've been, he dropped a couple today, but I've been pleased with him. The thing about Darius, he can line up at all three receiver positions. He's a smart kid, so he's able to jump in there and play a lot of positions. I've seen improvement out of him. He's done a great job up front. We're still trying to figure out which way to go, but I have seen improvement out of that group. Barry Wesley is a guy. A local kid from Bear Creek High School down in Denver that's made improvement for us and running with the ones right now. We put him at left tackle and moved Tyler Bjorklund to right guard because of his improvement and because we needed some help at right guard. I've been pleased with the tight ends this spring. Isaiah Panunzio is a guy that has improved. That's kind of saying, hey, I'm here, don't forget about me. Defensively, Trey Thomas has done some nice things this spring. He's always been able to run hard and been a great effort guy. He's just been putting it all together and been able to make plays within a defense. I've noticed him some. Darius Campbell's a guy defensively that they've been pleased with playing nickel. So there's been some bright spots for guys, but those are some guys that necessarily are not names that were full-time starters that are doing some things pretty well this spring.
Richard King was a guy that you kind of landed late in your first recruiting class. You got to play a little bit last year. Have you seen the progression from him?
Well, Richard's another guy. He's playing three technique for us. He has got his weight down. He got a little heavy last year. Richard went through a lot of stuff personally in the off season last year, and he's in a good place right now. He's got himself in really good shape, and he's a guy that's got to step up and be a leader of that defensive line, and is doing a nice job.
Mike, the guy who's here early that would otherwise still be in high school, Damian Daly. What are you seeing from him?
Damian Dickens. Damian Daly, so the kid will be here in June. But Damian Dickens is a guy that's got a lot of strength, a lot of natural strength, and he's running with the twos right now. He's giving our young tackles all they can handle. John Blasco, but he's just showed up. He hadn't done everything right, but I've seen him show up at making plays at the quarterback, making plays on the perimeter, turning and running. He's got a lot of ability. This was big for him to come in this spring. He's still got a long way to go to be the complete player that we want. But what I do see is a guy that's been productive when he's in there and around the ball. So that's a positive.
What are Jordan and Jamal getting out of camp, even though they can't participate? They see them around Jancic a lot, or their position coach a lot when they're in there. Is this still going to be a valuable camp for them?
Jordan and Jamal have been in all the meetings. They've been able to do the pre-practice walkthroughs, been able to do some of the individual stuff with Coach Hilo. Jamal Hicks was actually cleared today to do 7-on-7 and still do individual. He cannot tackle. He's just got to tag off, do one-on-one. So that's a plus for him. But it's invaluable to do those walkthroughs. You know, we're filming every one of these walkthroughs, and those will be used as teaching tapes this summer. You know, when we have our meetings with them, and they'll watch the teaching tape and talk about how to play a bunch, a 2x2 open, 3x1. And Jamal and Jordan are getting those stuff, so they'll be able to see themselves on film. But, you know, obviously you're not getting any live reps. Full speed reps hurt some of them, but they're able to get mental reps to the day. And now Jamal has been able to get some full speed reps, so he'll get the last half of spring, which will be good for him.